Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold, which will be for last week Monday through Thursday, 8/28 to 8/31. Ups and downs, y'all. It's just going to continue like this. I have seen changes on the eBay screen. Anything from the shipping section on the listing page is now different. This morning Robert was trying to print labels and he kept getting a screen. He was on, items ready to be shipped, but all it was giving him was feedback. But he ended up refreshing that screen, and the right screen showed up. So they're messing with stuff. Let's just hope, fingers crossed, that they iron out all the issues so that come October 1st and fourth quarter, things will, be on track to have an amazing fourth quarter. I did have a comment in one of my videos that, did I really think fourth quarter is, so much better than all the others? I guess other YouTubers are saying it's actually slower for them or no different. But because I'm a toy reseller, of course, fourth quarter is going to be bigger for me. And a lot of times, because I sell toys that you no longer can get in the store, parents might be looking for them for replacements, nostalgia, just any type of reasons like that. So I tend to do better fourth quarter than any of the other quarters. But it just really depends. I know a couple of years ago, eBay messed up something, and it was one of my worst fourth quarters in forever. So you never know. You never know how the economy is going to play out, how, just the world in general is going to affect sales. So I keep plodding along. I keep listing. I keep making changes. I've been doing this 24 years. I'm kind of used to the ebbs and flows and the changes, and just kind of being able to pivot anytime something comes up. And I'm always thinking of other ways to try to improve. Try to get more sales. Try to, the promoted listings and the end and sell similar. I do all of these things hoping that it's going to make a difference. And, everybody's got to decide what is best for them. So, it is what it is. We got to keep on keeping on, right? But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful it's going to be one of the best seasons ever, because, every year I have more stuff because, Robert and I keep changing the way that we're sourcing. We're trying to do more and more bulk buys. We try to do these sourcing trips that we do. But like today, we went to a yard sale. I picked out a nice size pile of plush, and next thing I know, they're quoting Robert a price for all of it. All the plush again. So I think I recorded all of it, and I'm hoping that that's probably going to be my next whatnot. Don't forget, I have my first whatnot show this Saturday, September 9th at 3 Eastern time. I'm trying to figure whatnot out. Hopefully there won't be too many issues. We're trying to get everything loaded in right now. I guess because I'm preloading everything, you'll be able to see what I'm going to be auctioning, but it's everything that I picked up in this large yard sale lot that we bought. Most of it was unseen. I've had to pull a few things. I had a few things that were batteries that was completely rusted. I've had a few things with some tears that I wasn't going to try to mend, stains that I couldn't get out. There's been a few things I've had to pull, but there's some okay stuff, there's some good stuff, and then I think there's some really, nice stuff, and all of it's going to start at $2 this time. I'm thinking I might bump it up later, to a little bit more in my future whatnot shows, but not a whole lot more, like $3, $4, $5, that type of auctions, because, I want it to be a good deal for everybody. But I enjoy the sourcing part for this and the surprises that we get when we buy these bulk lots. And I think it's a fun way for me to, share some of the finds that we make. But, but then there's other times that I'm going to be sourcing straight for eBay. And thank goodness for eBay right now, because y'all, if it wasn't for my bread and butter sales, I'd be having some issues, which it is what it is. So, you know, yes, there's a lot of people who only want to source high dollar stuff and are okay. But when this is your primary income, you know, I have to be able to sell a whole wide range. Yes, I love those $200 sales, but $8 sales pay my bills. We say that over and over and over again because it's the truth. All right, so let me go ahead and get to my screens. 2 on Mercari, several for Poshmark, nothing still on Etsy. This is my new idea for Etsy. I'm not going to renew any of my listings that have are no longer, they've all expired. I'm just going to keep adding new stuff. They're going to have 4 months to sell, and if they don't, then I'll just keep on going. I'm not going to keep paying the 20 cents for stuff to sit on there. So that's my new idea. Now, I may pick a few of my high dollar stuff that I think could potentially sell 4th quarter, but otherwise, I don't think I'm just going to let stuff expire after 4 months, but I'll keep adding my new stuff that I'm listing. That is the vintage toys, which is mostly what I list on there. All right, for Mercari, I sold this Gund Teddy Be Caring Bear Plush. It was an Office Depot exclusive for $9. And then this 2-inch rubber Garfield figure sold for $9 on a best offer. I had to get a new phone. Y'all, I wasn't getting notifications. I mean, I was getting notifications, but I had no sounds with my notifications forever. We couldn't figure it out. But now I have a new phone, and I'm getting all the little dings. So when I see an notification from Mercari that somebody liked an item, I'm able to go right in there right away and send a promotion. So I'm hoping that's going to increase some of my sales on Mercari. Yeah, I missed the cha-chings of eBay and all of the others. All right, this is an American Girl doll dress. I think I picked up a bunch of stuff at the bins, I think, one time. And it was just a lot of American Girl stuff. This dress was specifically for Krissa, and it sold on Poshmark for $18. I saw quite a few jeans. Lee Classic Women's Jeans sold for $14. American Eagle Super Stretch Jeggings sold for $12. Now, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my old inventory, so I'm taking a lot of deals and I'm marking stuff down. Bear Traps, I did have a bundle offer for 2 items. It was these Dalton sandals. They paid $28 total for this, and these Mossimo women's jeans, so $28 for the 2. And then this Dandy Halloween Animated Witch sold for $26. And then eBay. Quite a few on eBay. So I'm happy, even though it's still up and down, up and down. I had like 2 good days, 2 not so great days. But here we go. White Dog Westie. It was from Paris Presents. Sold for $14.50. This Chosun Calico Cat plush sold for $21. Y'all, I've had these probably 10 years or so listed on eBay. And somebody, I think from Canada, they sent me a message saying, would I change it over so that I could direct ship to Canada? And I did. And they sold for $31.51. It was this roasteray wooden mouse hors d'oeuvre set. G.I. Joe Terradrome. These more parts to it. I got a $12 offer. Both of these actually had broken tabs, so I went ahead and accepted it. Build-A-Bear. Most Build-A-Bears for me are bread and butter, $8 to $12. But of course, always check, especially when it's something different, because there are some high dollar ones. I have a video on it. Some of the ones at that time that were selling for quite a bit. But this White Ghost sold for $10. Liz Claiborne women's shirt sold for $11.89. And if you're new to my channel, when I say it sold for that much, the buyer also paid shipping. So the shipping isn't included in that price. Circo, which is Target, tan and cream dog plush, sold for $24.26. That is a very good brand to pick up. Definitely check your comps, but for the most part, anytime I see something that's Circo, it's a good guess that it's going to be something that you should pick up. This has been listed a while, so it was in my, I'm marking stuff down every couple of months to try to move some of the old stuff. This is a vintage boy doll that was plastic with the open and shut eyes, sold for $10. Kohl's, I pick up most Kohl's. I do really well with it, but a lot of it is bread and butter. This Velveteen Rabbit sold for $8.96. Gons Webkins, these were called Somebody Plush. I had 2 of them. I decided to bundle them together. No codes, and it sold for $18.59. Gap jeans, always skinny. I've been selling a lot of skinny jeans. I thought they were just kind of going out of style. Maybe they're coming back. I don't know. I mean, I'm not selling them for a lot, but they are selling. These sold for $10. Hudson Bay, a lot of times you'll see the tag will just have an HB. But if you look up the RN number, which is usually on there, it's going to tell you Hudson Bay. But this is an Elephant Lovey, $8.02. Carhartt women's jeans sold for $10. I had a whole lot of $10 jean sales. Levi's 505 straight women's jeans, $10. St. John's Bay, not St. John's, men's pants sold for $12. This sold immediately. This was a Redken White Bear plush with a 2000 promo shirt on, sold for $19.95. Nintendo Pokemon Raichu sold for $17.95. Again, something I just recently listed. This was another listing that has been listed before this year, so I'm telling you, anytime I get a reasonable offer, I'm going ahead and accepting it. I just want eBay to see that stuff is moving, and hopefully they'll smile upon me and give me lots of sales. But this smaller Care Bear sold for $12. Levi's women's jeans sold for $10. This is IKEA. It is a golden retriever. This plush comes in a couple of different sizes. This is kind of sort of probably the smaller one. It's 12-inch, but there's a really large one also. It sold for $14.51. Best Made Toys. I like that brand. I find it comparable to like Hug Fun and Kelly Toy. This was a brown dog. I tend to pick up a lot of dog plush and cats. It sold for $12.07. For those that are new to my channel, most of this stuff I pick up at yard sales or in bulk deals. I probably do not even have $1 in them. We do sourcing trips a couple of times a year where I go to a Goodwill bins for days and days, and I fill up my trailer. So again, I'm not paying very much for this stuff. So I can do a lot of these bread and butter sales and still be making a decent profit. This is, I don't do well with Minnie and Mickey, and I love them, but they just don't sell well for me. This was an 18-inch Minnie Mouse. Again, she had been marked down, kind of clearancing out the older stuff, $8.06. Kelly Toy Gray Rabbit Lovey. It sold for $9.86. I love when I see comments where people were like, I never thought about checking Loveys, and I picked up some, and I've already sold one. I love when I get comments like that. And y'all, just as a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're enjoying this content, please do subscribe, like my videos, send me comments, You know, it just makes the algorithm for YouTube smile on me also. And it can just be an emoji just to say, you know, I've watched your video and thanks. So definitely subscribe. All right, this is a viewer sell. Thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy was trying to finish out a project she had with a dollhouse, so she picked up this little bathroom set from 2008. It is Fisher-Price Loving Family, $8.83. Animal Adventure, I like that brand too. Especially some of the older plush tends to sell better for me. This was from 2017, and this raccoon sold for $10.45. Russ Brown Bear with the daisy sold for $8.02. I told you guys, quite a bit of bread and butter. These next two sales were to a single buyer. These are some of the handkerchiefs that I had listed last year sometime when I first got them. I made like, I want to say 7 or 8 small bundles, sold quite a few of them, and then the rest kind of got put away, and then I made myself finish processing them, I think last week. I've got to quit doing partial listings. Get everything that's similar listed, and it makes it so much easier because you don't have to change the categories or anything. But this buyer bought these 2 handkerchiefs for $10, and then these 2 also for $10. So $20 for the 4 handkerchiefs. Can't beat that. All right, Hobby Lobby. I tend to pick up all plush that are Hobby Lobby. It's kind of like Walgreens and all of these others. It's limited, you know. And once a parent needs to replace something or add to a small collection, they have to come to eBay or one of these other platforms. This chimp sold for $8. This is like Christmas decoration. It played We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's kind of like a plate, but a little bit fatter. Very cute. Sold for $26.95. We picked this up recently, I want to say at a yard sale or an estate sale. Don't think we paid very much for it. It is an accessory to one of the older Rainbow vacuum cleaners. It is the vacuum brush head adapter, sold very quickly for $30. We might have paid $5. I'm thinking probably $5. But if not, Robert will probably make a note. This is something I picked up. I bought a whole bunch of Scooby-Doo at a yard sale recently. I want to say we did a bulk deal, but I can't remember for sure. This is a Scooby-Doo pillow, sold for $13.45. Bob Mackie women's shirt. Now, I bought some of these at T.N. Picker's yard sale when they were getting ready to move, but then I also bought some at another yard sale like the next weekend. So I probably have about $1 in this. I thought they were going to be, I remember when Bob Mackie was like a big name, but I guess it's okay. Very interesting designed artware, and this shirt sold for $17. Spark, Create, Imagine. I do have one of these left. This one, the first one sold for $8.02. Fiesta, I picked them up a lot too. Again, same condition or quality as Kelly Toy and Hug Fun and some of the others. But this was a Comfy's Turtle Plush 10-inch, sold for $12.07. This is a Hallmark. It's Halloween, so of course I've sold a couple of Halloween things. Ghost Plush 13-inch for $8.05. Another Levi's. These were some black men's jeans, straight, sold for $19.99. Now this is an old listing, so I had ended it, did sell similar, and it sold before my sale started up again. Love when that happens. We talk about buying vintage kitchen appliances, you know, the small ones, and parting them out. This is another example of one that we did. We bought a West Bend food processor with several different attachments. This was the meat grinder parts, and it sold for $17.95. A lot of times we can pick these up from like $3 to $8. That seems to be the price a lot of times that we see at estate sales for them, and we just part them out. All right, coming towards the end. I had to include this, y'all. This is another one of those. It has been listed forever and ever and ever and ever. And finally it sold. It was a card game book and a deck of cards, $6.40. But it's so nice when you finally see something that I should have gave up on a long time ago, but I just kind of let them sit there. All right, my last two are my best sales of the week. This is one of those manual food meals. I don't remember what you can, I think it's a meat, maybe meat grinder. Can't remember. But we just listed it. It was only listed 3 days, and it was an eBay international sale. I have sold several of these to other countries. It's just, and this time of year, it's that, you know, lots of people are processing stuff. So it sold very quickly. I don't remember how much we paid for it, probably $5 or less, and it sold in 3 days for $62.95. And then I had to end with a toy, even though it's the same amount. These are Fisher-Price Snap Lock dolls. This is the Disney version. There is like a doll version also. These were a bunch of Minnie Mouse figures. I think a lot of these, I picked up a huge lot of them like at a yard sale, but then I had stuff set aside from like the bins that I had planned on doing something with, or vice versa. I had a large lot from the bins. I think that's what it was. Nevertheless, I ended up with a huge lot of them. I love making these lots. They tend to do very well for me. It's just a lot of dolls, a lot of the shoes and the dresses that snap right on. Kids just love them. It's like a maybe 4 and up type of doll. Just, I love them. I never had girls, but I could see this is something that I would have enjoyed playing with. But sold them all for $62.95. All right, another video done. It is Thursday. Tomorrow is one of our large, I guess you call them a community sale. It's at one road that just goes on for miles and miles. A lot of real yard sales. So Tan Pickers is in town this weekend so that we can all go do this together tomorrow. And I can't wait because we always do really, really well. I think last year it's the one that I ended up buying all of those, was it Waterford? Waterford trees. Yeah, I think it was Waterford, and I sold them for like $60, $80, $100, and I had paid $5 for each of them. So, love this yard sale. It's miles. It's going to take us all day, probably 2 days to go through it, but it's going to be a fun weekend. All right, y'all, get to work. Bye.